Hi all, we're here again with another preview of an upcoming set. First off, once again, WizKids was kind enough to send me a playmat, and we also have the full box set here. This included all the characters, including all dice, 3 each for each character. So you have the 4 Turtles, April, Shredder, Rocksteady, Bebop, Casey Jones, all the fan favorites are in here. And as we can see here, if I crack this open, we've got the setup for 4 players to play. So you can do doubles, and easily enough dice for that many people to play together. We've got a big thing of sidekicks, and we've got our dice, bags for everyone. It's a pretty nice little set. But instead of going through all of these, I'm this time going to go through and just introduce 2 starter teams that you can go over, and maybe just hit a couple of my other favorites. But as for the full coverage, I'm going to let the other folks at the Reserve Pool and their articles speak for me. Real quick, I thought I'd lay out some of these, and one thing that I quickly noticed that's interesting for sort of driving home the fact that this is a bit of a learning set is none of the characters, you'll see some of these are missing too because I have them aside in teams, but none of the characters themselves have globals on them. So it's kind of a nice way to keep things not confusing. All the globals that are in the game are actually on the basic actions. So you'll see those on Give Me a Break, Tactical Cover, and Pizza. So basically keeping things pretty simple, definitely more combat focused and more mechanic focused with stuff such as when fielded abilities and when attacks abilities, or just while active abilities. So yeah, it's an easier way to get someone into the game and hopefully not overwhelm them with too much all at once. Here's the first of our 2 training teams. So I went with the Basic Actions Pizza and Turtle Van. I'm actually going to use those on both teams, just keep things simple. If I was actually having this head-to-head matchup, I would have just 2 basic actions rather than the full 4. And also we're going with half teams of just 4 characters with 10 dice. So with this team, I decided to go with a nice low cost, enabling the player to get to these bigger characters later on. So of course the Foot Ninja being Swarm, I had to go with it. Of course, one difference with this Swarm character is your maximum is 3. I still don't think that hurts it too badly. Yes, having 4 is optimal, but 3 is still functional. And I wouldn't be surprised if we still see that outside of the Turtle set in some villain teams. Another thing that's nice with this team is you have a lot of big heavy hitters. So you have Rocksteady and Bebop. They have a lot of Timmy appeal. They're nice big characters who are going to come through and hit your opponent. I also chose a variety of abilities. So we have a When Fielded from Bebop. If when fielded, if Rocksteady is active, deal 1 damage to target player. And then Rocksteady has, while Bebop is active, Rocksteady gains Overcrush and takes no damage from blocking character dice. So this is a nice way to explain what a while active is and what happens with the when fielded. Another thing that is nice, if they can get to it, and a nice way to explain a while active ability, is with Shredder. So we have the 6-cost Shredder. While Shredder is active, each player loses 1 life at the start of their turn. Even though there are 2 Shredders out, the player still only loses 1 life, regardless of how many Shredders are out. And here's the other side of the coin, doing a Turtle team. Obviously the temptation would be to have all 4 Turtles, but because of their costs, I thought it'd be better to go with a 2-cost with Casey Jones, making it easier to get to these other ones, so they can buy a lot of Casey Jones and possibly the basic actions in order to be able to get to the Turtles. Once again, we have a when attacks ability, which is nice. So when Casey Jones attacks, you may choose any number of target sidekicks or villain dice to block Casey Jones' character dice in any arrangement you choose. So that's a nice little ability to show how when attacks works. And then we also have 2 of the Turtles that make other Turtles cheaper. We'll eventually get to another when attacks ability with having the interplay between Donatello, Michelangelo, and Mikey. So if we actually manage to get all 3 of those out, this is a nice way to demonstrate timing. So when a different character die attacks, deal 1 damage to target character die. So you can attack with these two turtles, and when they trigger, you can have your opponent's sidekicks knocked out, so then they won't be available to declare their block. So that makes it clear how the declare attacks, then declare blocks, damage, that step occurs. Now, obviously there are some better Casey Jones that are available. Since we showed the other team before that was all villains, obviously the Casey Jones that does he can't be blocked by sidekicks or villains would be, you know, a better play against that team, but you want it to be fun. That's something that obviously an all-villain team can't do anything about, so that'd be kind of a jerk move to put onto a team. So you don't want to do that. And now just a quick last note, going over some of the cards I do specifically like quite a bit from this set. I might be regurgitating some of the same things that are being said by some of my colleagues on the reserve pool, but still, I thought I'd throw my own hat in the ring for some feedback on these. So first off, I actually really do like the interplay between Rocksteady and Bebop. I think that's a lot of fun, and yeah, I actually might try to work that into a team at some point. The two 4-cost Rocksteady and Bebop that give each other +2 attack and +2 defense, they get fairly large when you do that. Yeah, you potentially have a 4-cost that's an 8/6 if you have Bebop out. Bebop doesn't get quite as big, but he still has some great defense on him. What might be a little bit better is using the Bebop 5-cost whenever he's fielded, deal 1 damage to target player. And of course, with the 4-cost Rocksteady Armed and Dangerous, I always like Overcrush, and the fact that he takes no damage from blocking character dice means you can just eternally send him in attacking, and don't have to worry if either he's going to get through or he's going to be fine as a blocker next turn. It's a pretty nice setup there. And of course, the Foot Ninja. Swarm, how could I not like it? Yes, it's only 3 dice, but still I really like it. There's also another pretty cool Foot Ninja, which has a lot of potential, I think, with the Ninja Syndicate one, where it's an ally, and Foot Ninja gets +1 attack and +1 defense for each other sidekick die in the field zone. So yeah, he could get pretty massive pretty quick, so both those are pretty great. I'm a little bit more in favor of the Swarm one, of course, and I think that could be useful on a villain team. I actually really like the Shredder that I had on my team before. While Shredder is active, each player loses 1 life at the start of their turn. If you just have a little bit of life gain in your team and can sort of hold out, you're putting a timer on the game. So yeah, it's kind of a good ability. He's a big body. He has that 6-cost, so he's a little hard to get to. But yeah, I like it. And it's a loss of life, not damage, so it's not going to trigger Hulk or anything like that. So yeah, this could be a pretty cool character to have on a mask team. Crankier is pretty cool as well. When fielded, move all sidekick dice from your opponent's use pile and prep area to their bag. So this is a nice way to just basically flood your opponent with sidekicks. It completely messes up anyone trying to use Professor Xavier. It's really expensive to get him out, but still, it's a pretty cool ability. And this last card could actually help you get him off more often with Mouser's Metal Teeth. When fielded, KO another target character die with a when fielded ability, unless its owner pays 2 life. Well, you're the owner, so you could field Mouser's and knock out Krang. This is also something on a villain team. You could use this to knock out your own villains and do something like trigger Black Manta. So yeah, I think the Mouser's actually has a lot of potential too. It's a pretty neat card, and yeah, I might actually try to be using that. We'll see how things go. But yeah, there we go. There's the Ninja Turtle set. It should be a fun set. You get everything all at once. There's no collection to worry about, and it's a good set to just teach people with. I think it should hopefully help bring a lot of new people into the game. I know the Ninja Turtle set for the HeroClix got me excited, and I actually am trying a HeroClix for the first time this week. So hey, there we go. It worked that way. Maybe we can get Turtles to help bring people into our side of the WizKids world.